How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to be doing the rear shackle tie down for the Jeep Patriot. I have a Generation 2 Jeep Patriot, so I'm going to be doing the Generation 2 install. So let's get right into it. So before we begin, we will go over all the parts you'll be getting in your kit. These kits can be ordered by McLeodFabrication.jimdo.com. They are from David McLeod, and he makes these kits for about $30 for the half-inch shackles. This is a 3/4 inch shackle, and $40 for the 3/4 inch shackle, which I have here. So all the stuff you're gonna get included is a 3/4 inch shackle, 4 washers. You get a nut, lock washer, another washer, a 6-inch eye bolt, and I believe it's 1/2 it's opening, and then a steel plate with the welded nut. And then all the tools I would recommend, I mean, it just makes the install easier. Get a 11/16 open-ended wrench, and a bigger flathead, and then a smaller flathead, you know. So yeah, so that's all the stuff you're gonna need for the install. Let's get right into it. The first thing you're gonna need to do is locate this rear bumper plug right here. It's on the driver's side of the bumper. You're gonna take the small flathead screwdriver, and you're gonna open it from the side, and you're gonna just pop out the bottom and pull it out, and that's gonna undo it, revealing the crush bumper. And then all you're gonna want to do is, if you want to remove this, you just grab the little string type thing and you just pull on it. And as you guys can see, it's held on by these little clip things. If you want to simply just put it back in, you just put it in and push, and it's gonna be back in like that. But for this case, I'm gonna just remove it entirely like I did. So that's that step. So this next step is sliding the rear brace into the rear crush bumper. Now I'm gonna have to crawl into the car and slide it up, and this step can be a little bit difficult. Just gotta slide it in, and you're gonna thread the eye bolt onto it. For this next step of the install, you're gonna want to climb under your car. You're gonna want to slide the rear brace into this part of the bumper over here. So if I could show it, this is actually really hard doing with one person. You're gonna be left with about 1 inch to deal with. As you guys can see, it's right there. Let's crawl back out from under. Now once you crawl back out from under your Jeep, you should see the support brace inside the crush bumper. Now you're going to want to thread on your eye bolt. But before we thread on the eye bolt, I got to show you how to set it up properly. Okay, so for your eye bolt, you're going to want to grab the supplies I had next to it. So you're going to want to grab your eye bolt, you're going to want to grab your nut, and you're going to thread it on all the way down to the bottom. And then once you get your nut on, you're going to want to put on the lock washer and your fender washer, which is what this is, the washer. And you're gonna have the nut under, and it's gonna be all the way down the bottom. So let me show you guys what that looks like. When you're finished threading everything on your eye bolt, you're gonna have your nut, your lock washer, and your washer on top. Now this step could be a little bit tricky. What I would recommend doing is putting your finger in the hole of the eye bolt and the brace, pushing it all the way back to the end of the crush bumper, and then threading your eye bolt on like this, because it will be a little bit easier to thread on since there's nothing holding that support brace in. So what you're going to want to do is just thread it on a little bit, and then you're going to pull it to make sure that it's attached. As you guys can see, I'm pulling it and I can't pull it off because it's threaded on. So I'm going to thread it on all the way, and we'll resume back down. So while you're threading this, what you're gonna want to do is just keep spinning it. Eventually it's gonna get stuck a couple times. It's just with the threads of everything. You just have to put a little bit more force into it, but you're gonna want to just tighten it on, and you're gonna want to have the brace all the way up towards the front of the crush bumper, so pointing, so as furthest to you as it can. You're gonna want to have the eye bolt threading on. You're gonna have your washer right there, and the lock washer is eventually going to reach it's going to eventually reach that fender washer, and it's going to start to put some tension on it and tighten everything up. So as you guys can see, still tightening it. This shit does take a while, but it actually has a really cool outlook. And this, might as well just start saying this now, it's not for aggressive recovery, it's for just when you're in a pinch, when you need to. So as you guys can see, it's getting harder to turn. And what I recommend for doing this is grabbing your 11/16 wrench, open-ended wrench, and just putting it inside this and start turning it. So I will grab my wrench and show you guys what to do. Okay, now that you guys got your 11/16 open-ended wrench, what you're going to want to do is you're going to just stick it in like that and just start spinning the eye bolt. And it's going to be pretty tight. I like to have it so it's pretty tight so no one can undo it and steal it. But I think that's pretty good. Let me just try to tighten it a little bit more. Stick it in and turn it. I like it to be straight, so that's as tight as it's going to get. Let me just straighten it out a little bit because I'm OCD. And that's how it looks. Now if I go bring you guys a look from the side, it should be pretty flush with the bumper. It's kind of difficult to get it really close up. That's what it's going to look like from the side. So if yours isn't looking like that, I'd redo the steps and see where you guys may have messed up. So now we're going to put on the shackle and we're going to wrap up the video. So one quick tip before installing your shackle, make sure your eye bolt is secure. Just put your finger in it, give it a nice tug, make sure it's not going anywhere, or just grab it, give it a nice tug, make sure it's not going anywhere. Now you're ready to install your shackle. So now you're just going to want to unthread your shackle, and you're going to grab your 4 washers included, and you're going to want to hold them like this so you could feed this through. Want to put it up to the eye bolt, grab your last 2 washers and thread this on. Just like that. So lastly, you're going to want to grab your last flathead screwdriver and you're going to want to fix this so it's not crooked, and you're also going to tighten it down so people can't steal it. So you just simply want to stick it through the hole and turn it so it's straight and so it's nice and tight. And that's the shackle. So I'm going to show you guys a view from the back, just how it looks overall, but this is the shackle. And now you got a rear shackle tie down for your Jeep Patriot. Now, like I said before, I cannot stress this enough, this is not a recovery point. You cannot use this for aggressive recovery. You will damage your crush bumper. You will have to repair it, and it's going to be an expensive repair. Like I said, you could be using this in a pinch for light recovery, maybe pulling someone off a snowbank if they get stuck, but I would not use this for recovery because it is not a true recovery point. This is simply just a tie down to the shackle from kayaks or other stuff on the roof that needs to be tied down and secured. So yeah, it's really just for looks in the tie down, for light recovery, not aggressive recovery, and I just think that adds a nice look to your Jeep Patriot.